Boys, how are we doing?
Oh, good, thank you. You?
Finally in, we're in. Kane, Bill, nervous, excited?
Excited, I think.
Yeah.
You're calm, I can tell that already. You're a collected guy.
I am
Captain,
indeed.
aren't you?
I am indeed, yeah.
Nice, mate. What's I'm going to go straight for the juggler with you now then. What would you be your main attribute as a captain? Is it like speak more or just actions?
Yeah, I think I do speak a lot on the pitch.
Yeah?
I am a bit of a leader, yeah.
Yeah.
I think just my background in general, and being at the club for so long, I think I've just gained the captaincy, really.
Nice, mate. I like that. Good answer. Big tick straight away.
Yeah, definitely.
How are we doing, boys? First of all, as you know, I'm not a massive football fan, so you're going to educate me loads today. But the biggest thing that I'm wanting you boys to come on for is the fact of putting Bridgend on the map, as in the football. That's some big things happen this year. How long has this been going on in the pipeline? Because originally, like we spoke about before, Bill, you had Penybont, you had Bryntirion, Penybont. How many years ago was it where the team merged?
I think it was back in 2013, I think, was the year where they merged together.
What was the reasoning behind that?
I think both clubs wanted to get to the Welsh Premier League, I think.
Yeah.
But obviously it costs a lot of money. There's a lot of things you need to involve in progression to get to that stage, really. I think it was going to be hard individually for each club to do it on their own. I think Bridgend Town went through with a sale of Asda. Asda gave them a lot of money to buy the old ground. And then with that, then they went through talks. Bridgend come together with Bryntirion, which built our new ground, the artificial grass. And then from there, then obviously we formed, become Penybont, and then that was the aim, and to progress from the League One up into the Welsh Prem, and it all happened from there, I think.
It's pretty amazing though, isn't it, considering like you guys have made Europe, right?
Yeah, Europe this year. We made it 2 years ago as well. So that was a massive experience and achievement for the club. And then 2 years on, we've made it again this year. So I think, like, to start off with, it was just getting to the Welsh Premier League for both clubs. When we formed to become Penybont, that was the aim.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the club on and off the field has just grown year by year. And not only are we, like, Welsh Premier League now, we're qualifying for Europe. So
That's amazing, isn't it?
yeah,
We were lucky, though, because the COVID year, we stayed up points per difference.
You stayed COVID year. You stayed by points by difference, really. And how much has the squad restructured since then?
Oh, it's only me and Billy here since day one. So
Really?
So 10 seasons, yeah.
Wow, that's a hell of a transformation, though, isn't it? As in the squad, coaching staff change as well.
same manager.
Yeah.
So the manager's gone right through with us. And yeah, different coaches have changed throughout the years. And
What's it always, like, it's amazing to hear these stories, but what is it essentially then that's gelled this team together? Because if I reflect on other teams, if you went back to 2013, if you had one squad and another squad, they'd be like butting heads. No chance we merging together. No chance we becoming, we're Bryntirion, we're Bridgend. What was the...
I think it's financial, isn't it?
Is it?
I think they built the pitch up there, the 3G pitch, and I think that's what changed it.
yeah,
You might know more than me, but
I don't know, like, in the background and the discussions of obviously directors and stuff like that. I obviously wasn't involved in their meetings, but we were quite lucky. I knew, because I was a Bryntirion side of it. Not a lot of, if any, of the Bridgend players came for the mix, so that helped a little bit. I think it was only 2 directors officially from the Bridgend board that come on board with us. And then obviously they took the name, the Welsh version, and I don't know the discussion on how the badge changed or whatever. But we kept the venue, which was perfect for me being a Bryntirion boy. That was nice to have. And then obviously our venue just built by the year then in terms of artificial grass, to 3G from grass.
Yeah.
Stands were put in place then as well, and it's just got bigger and better each year, do you know what I mean?
yeah, if you look at the difference between 10 years ago and now,
It's mental.
different players.
If we got pictures up now of like the grass pitch, and I done like a throwback picture not so long ago on my social media, and I was looking in the background, and it was just a patio slab and just like a silver fence, I think, and a bit of grass in the background, and now it's like close, not far off a stadium now, do you know what I mean?
Could you imagine this would have happened when you was a kid? Because you've gone from juniors all the way up.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a dream, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, do you mean, I never thought that I'd be playing that level, like, sort of thing, for my local club, do you know what I mean?
Because you're a proper diehard, aren't you? You're a proper
proper.
proper day one.
I'm lucky, to be fair. Like I said, obviously it's my local club, and to be involved now with the level it is, obviously it's fortunate to do that, and obviously it's nice to be able to be playing of our level for your club. Do you know what I mean?
Clubman of the year every year.
He goes above and beyond.
He does everything.
Nice. What's the vibe like there? Because it seems from the outside in, it's just thriving over at Penybont, Bryntirion area. That it always just seems like you've got a good fan base, you've got a good drive, and whoever's doing your social media is doing a good job as well because they're just hyping you guys up.
Yeah, well, just different things have changed over the years. Do you know what I mean? Like a couple of years back, probably when we were in the league below the Welsh Prem, we had a few supporters than me, and then obviously it's grown by the year. And we got our own little soul crew, I'd say now, haven't we? And it's big following. Do you mean you get a Friday night game, you're looking over 1,000 there. Do you mean? Good couple of hundred each week. So that's grown, and like you said, year by year, different things just keep improving, like social media and whatever. Now, the change room's unbelievable, isn't it? Do you mean it's a great change room, good group of boys, good backroom staff, good management. We're full of good people, really, which is fortunate, and it plays a part. It probably where we are today. It all helps, like.
Nice. And obviously you guys going into Europe, you come second, you said?
Yeah.
Second. Like, you guys have a day job as well. That's how many teams in the competition are on the league are full-time or part-time, or is it everyone?
One full-time team.
TNS.
Yeah.
And how did you guys go against them this year?
Beat them twice, lost twice.
Really? So the gap is nothing?
Well, no, not on the pitch.
No.
But when they train every day, you can't compete against them.
What is the standards like for yourself to come from? You got your day job, you got expectations pre-season. Is it just Tuesday, Thursday night training, or is it?
The way the manager does things, he thinks we're pros.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
Yeah,
he drives us every Tuesday, every Thursday, and the way he does things, he acts like we're a professional club, and that's the only difference is between us and TNS. Yeah. They train every day, we train twice a week, but we try and be as if we're training every day,
That's really good. His attributes, the coach's name is?
Rhys Griffiths.
Yeah. Rhys Griffiths. Oh, yeah. And his attributes, is he really good with the players, or is he really knowledge based, or is he just combined?
He's just all round.
Yeah, bit of everything.
He could easily coach in the league.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair play, man.
Yeah, he's at it, and he's very professional. Do you mean? It's a professional setup, to be fair, and I think, like we said, we are obviously part-time, only a Tuesday, Thursday we normally train, but say we have a Saturday game and we had to come in on a Friday night, we sometimes do, or we travel up on a Friday night, Tuesday night game, we're sometimes in on a Monday. Do you mean? But other than that, it's just a Tuesday, Thursday and a Saturday. But it's very professional, but I think that's what keeps us in it and helps us compete with the likes of TNS and whatever.
Nice. You've been on a bit of a shred this off season, haven't you?
Yeah, trying my best.
Seen a couple of the pictures of that before. Fair play.
Yeah, time to sort myself out. So I went with a local PT, and it's paid off at the moment. But it's like in the off season, you got to keep ticking, ready for the special Europe coming up.
Yeah. What's the mind like? Not just the mindset. Is it excitement? Is it nervous? What is it?
I think because we've done it before, I think it's just more excitement than anything now.
Yeah.
I think we just want to go one step further this time and try and get through that first round.
Who did you play last time?
A team from Andorra, what are they called?
Santa Coloma.
Santa Coloma, yeah.
And what was that like? Was it different?
There was loads of Barcelona B players and all Spaniards, yeah. They were good, but we were in the game. Oh. But when we went out there, it was boiling. And I think that's what we struggled with at the end.
Yeah, free water breaks. I mean,
really?
Yeah, it was about 34, I'd say, wasn't it? Something like that. It was boiling out there.
The day we kicked off, it was just, they done everything to have the advantage.
Oh, yeah.
What's the common niggles like? Have you had any bad injuries yourself in your
I'm injured at the minute, I am.
Have you?
Yeah, I done my soleus. My calf.
Your calf?
Yeah.
How long is it the off?
It's about 6 to 8 weeks. But I started running yesterday, so I'm hopeful I'll be back for Europe.
Nice, mate. Nice. How old are you, Kane?
30.
Okay, so what's the average, career time frame for a footballer? It just keeps going now.
Depends if you look after yourself. 35, 36.
You look after yourself well, Kane? Why are you laughing?
Now I do. I do.
It's normally, right, I don't know about you, growing up, you can get away with murder sometimes. Your body, you don't have to warm up properly. You start kicking the ball straight away, and then you hit a certain age, and you're like, oh, groin just tweaked a little there, or the calf just went.
Yeah, that's how I'm starting to feel.
So you starting to feel now?
Plenty more on the legs.
Nice, mate. How many appearances have you had?
Got to be over 300, is it? 200, 250, 300.
For Penybont?
Yeah.
Wow. And your career, your clubs before this?
I was at Cardiff for 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah, signed a 2-year pro. Fractured my metatarsal, and then they released me.
So you left in 2000.
When did you open the pitch? 2013, 14, I think I left. Or 14, 15, I can't remember.
Yeah, you signed for us about 2016, I think. Griff came in.
Well, I got released in the summer, and then I signed for you in the Jan.
It's pretty cutthroat football, isn't it?
Very.
It's really cutthroat. Like whenever I speak to anyone, the conveyor belt the players, and then you can be here 1 minute and one injury, and they're like, "Is that what?"
That's how it felt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was hard, and especially being there for 12 years.
Yeah.
It was very difficult.
Keep going. And you know, when you're in that environment, you're in the kit. You got the players around you,
and I'm a Cardiff fan.
Yeah.
So it was massive for me and my family.
So was Penybont then? Was it Penybont then?
Yeah,
it just got formed. Yeah.
Formed then. Was that a straight thing for you, or was it?
No, so I got released in the summer. Then I had to get fit, and then I went and played local just to get fit because my agent fucked me over.
Yeah.
And then I went to Aberystwyth in January to the end of the season, and that's when Rhys Griffiths was playing up in there.
Nice.
And then he became the Penybont manager, and then he rang me to come down here, and then I'm here ever since.
You've enjoyed it, obviously.
Most of it enjoyed football.
It's mad, right, that you hear that so often where you're in these professional environments and you lose the love, essentially, right?
I did, yeah.
And then you go to somewhere else, fresh eyes, fresh players, and you just fall in love with it. And I don't know, it sounds like you, even when you mention Rhys's name, you can see this different shift in you. You obviously got a good relationship with him.
Yeah, very good, yeah. He made me fall in love with football again.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever want to quit?
When I got released, yeah.
Yeah.
And because I was injured at the time, it was rubbish.
Metacastle?
Metatarsal.
Is that in the foot?
Yeah, you got 5 of them.
How did you manage that?
I was literally playing, and I had new boots on, so I thought, it's just tight. But then I couldn't run, and then I had a scan, and then that was it.
Nice.
End of my career.
It's tough, isn't it? Did you have surgery on that then?
Yeah.
Is it? They put the like a metal thing in there, do they? Yeah. Line it again. Yeah. It's tough though, isn't it? The cutthroat the seasons are and everything like that. You know, but like you said though, the journey you've been on right now, people want to snatch that off you. They would love to have that opportunity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I've had some good experiences through my years of playing football. I've been to places where I would never go, but to do so well and then it is tough.
And do you have an agent still now, or?
Oh, no, I'd never have one ever again.
That bad? What happened, if you don't mind me asking? What was this?
Well, I was doing well at the time when the old man, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the manager. He really liked me. So they were trying to get me a new contract. Then literally within 2 weeks, he'd got sacked. In the time he got sacked, I fractured my metatarsal. New manager come in, hadn't seen me. And then when I went in for my assessment, they just didn't give me a reason. Which I wish they'd just give me a good reason why I'm going, really.
I think that's where people lose out as well when new managers come in today and get pushed aside when they don't really know a lot about the current players, do you know what I mean? And you'll get different managers or whatever that have their players that they know or have worked with before, and then others lose out, and then next thing, do you know what I mean? You either drop down or it could put people off, couldn't it?
Don't get me wrong, that year they did get rid of loads of under-21 players. So maybe they were just cutting numbers, but give me a valid reason.
Yeah, that's the cutthroat thing. I've had that with contracts in rugby where you 1 minute you promise something and then you're like, oh, you've had a niggle or an injury. They're like, oh, that contract. They're like, oh,
it's gone.
Where's that gone?
Yeah,
it is cutthroat, and I think that people think from the outside in, you boys living the dream, getting X, Y, and Z, but you don't realise the hard work you got to do, all the shit that goes on behind the scene. You know, like the contract and negotiations. If I'm selected this week, if I'm in the squad, you got an injury. It plays a massive factor, doesn't it?
Oh, you have it a lot.
Even now, you're on this amount of money a game. But then sometimes you're in on a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, travel up north on a Saturday, you don't get home till Saturday night. You're up Sunday, back in work Monday. Yeah. So it's a lot. And
then you got a day job as well.
And you got a day job that you go back to.
Straight from work in the car on Friday night, 3 hours up north. Do you mean play the game man Saturday, travel, not getting home till late Saturday night, Sunday with your family, back in work Monday. And do you mean it looks easy from the outside, but we do sacrifice a lot, to be fair, but it's what we love, do you mean? So that's a good, like you said, it's good for us playing at the level we are, and like for me, for our club and all that, but it is a lot of sacrifice and hard work behind the scenes, like.
Massively. And I think that's a credit to you, though, that it seems like this team that you've got is very hard-working team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
That's what you're based on, would you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a lot of honest boys, hard-working boys, and we're a close team as well, a close-knit team, and I think that's what helps down the line, week in, week out. I think we're a group of friends, do you know what I mean? And I think that's what makes a difference. We have a lot of social events together, good banter in the WhatsApp group and whatever, day to day. So we all look after each other and stick together, do you know what I mean? And it pays off.
Speaking of, like, you hear about clubs, you become best mates, essentially, don't you? You're with each other so much. You're not even with your partner. I know your partner's over there, but you're not even, don't see your partner as much as you see the boys sometimes. You know, you see the boys more than you see your partner sometimes.
Well, yeah, that's what's formed us too, and then obviously when we first met about 9-10 years ago now, like we are good mates now, do you know what I mean, through football, and like we spend every other day together, like, do you know what I mean?
Do you work together as well?
No. Thank God. I couldn't spend every day with him.
Who's the biggest pest in the team then?
He's sitting next to me. Honest to God. I'm not even lying.
Really?
Honest to God.
Just yapping.
He's busy.
Busy?
Very busy.
Someone's got to keep them together, isn't it? Do you
Yes.
mean? Bunch of prima donnas and all that.
It's who are the people in your team where they like, you have a joker, you have Mr. Serious, you have the prima donna, you know, and as soon as I said that, I could see your eyes light up, boy. So where are we at?
The biggest joker's 39.
Yes. As soon as you said that, Chris Venables pops straight in my head, he's joker.
Biggest joker, prima donna. Oh, I know. And you know exactly what I know, innit?
Say, okay, go on.
You say it, go on.
We got Woody prima donna, right?
Nathan Wood,
yeah, but he loves that in his own way, do you know what I mean? He's our 10, realistically, do you know what I mean? He loves it. Yeah, joker Chris Venables. We've got a few, mind, I mean, a few funny boys in the change room, plates. Gabe's a bit quirky and funny in his own way, isn't he? Yeah, we got a good camaraderie. I mean, it's a good group, to be fair.
What would you say, for instance, like I was at a speaking event today with the military, and they said, one of the guys in the audience said, how do you create a culture without alcohol? Like, you know, if you don't want to drink or you do want to drink, what do you do? And I said, well, you can't make a team not drink. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Right? But if you don't want to drink, that's fine. But I do believe at the same time, I think having a social is massive in sports. You work so hard together. I'm not saying you've got to get pissed up on a Tuesday and a Thursday, but I mean, if you worked hard and you've got, right, we've done a month here of back-to-backs, we've got a Saturday game now, let's just let our head down together. Do you know what I mean? Because tensions are high, frustrations, it's important, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what gets you extra 3-6 points a year.
Really?
I'm a big believer in it,
Yeah, definitely.
Like you said, if you don't have to come out and drink, but be together.
Social aspect, innit? We have a good balance, to be fair, on and off the pitch, and we work hard together in training, put the hours in, but throughout the year we do have a good number of social events, and near enough, unless it's something important, everybody will be there, like, do you know what I mean? They make an effort to turn up, and it's not always drinking, we go out for food now and again, don't we? Yeah. But yeah, we do have a good enjoyment off the pitch.
Seems like you've got a good social thing going down in the clubhouse. There's always music going, there's always events happening down there. What are you smiling for, Bill?
We've had some good celebrations after the game, haven't we? But I think that's what's nice. Do you mean, like, everyone's close, like from the fans to the players, like supporters. Like, I'm lucky, like I'll know every supporter from being a local boy, do you know what I mean? So it's even more special to me when I'm going into the club after. I got my football mates, do you know what I mean, who I share a pitch with, and then I got my mates drinking and celebrating our performance and our win. And families are there as well, and I think the club's always been like that. Do you mean all our families will come, girlfriends? Do you mean my little ones running around the club as we're playing? Do you mean so after the games it's always nice. Whether we go in for one pint, social and leave, or we have a celebration, there's always something going on in it. And I think the club support that.
Nice.
Like the directors are always there with us. Do you mean the manager will stay? He'll interact with the fans himself, and it's just, it's a good closeness, and I think it does help. It does help.
Like, we'll go to some away games, and you'll see players from the home team just up and leave. Yeah. And it's nothing like that with us. We got to stay for an hour. Yeah. We don't, it's a fine.
It's a fine. I was going to say, what's your fine system like?
Yeah, so I'm a fines man.
Are you? Oh, no, I'm not.
Hence, he's busy. Hence a busy comment. I do it for us lot, man, but I give a shit.
So what's the fine system? What have you got? As in, is it like wrong kit, late?
Yeah, so we have the basics on it. I mean, no flip flops in the shower. no showering after the game, and then it's the normal stuff and the lateness, missing sessions. So I'll work together with the manager and he'll put his stuff in there, and then we'll just have basic stuff and
Nice.
and then we have a fines list, so different amounts each week, and then we have a bit of a dice system, which is quite fun, brings us together. So
what's your dices? What have you got on them?
So obviously 1 to 6, we got one is rollover. So say Kane doesn't come training on Tuesday, he'll have a £10 fine for that. Say he loses in training on Thursday, so say he racks up a £15 fine each week, he'll roll a dice on it, and on a Saturday, so we'll all get in the change room together, roll a dice. If he rolls a 1, he'll roll over to next week.
Wow.
If he rolls a 2, he'll double from 15 to 30. If he rolls a 3, he gets to pick someone to pay the fine, which is normally me, as you can imagine. 4 is half a fine. 5 you get to roll again, and then 6 a fine stays at it.
5 trebles.
Yeah, so 5 you get to roll again, but if it lands on a 2 then
Trebles.
it trebles. And then so on, so quadruple and stuff like that, depends how many times you roll a 5. So that can bite you. If you start with a £20 fine that week and you roll 2 5s and a 2, you're looking at
what
times
did
4.
one of the boys have last year?
We went up to Carnarvon, and Ryan Reynolds, one of our ex-players, I think he had something like a £24 fine first, and he rolled a 5 twice, which was roll again, and then rolled a 2, which was times by 4, and I think he was looking at £88 fine.
You had to play clan, he did.
He did ask me if he could pay over a couple of weeks. I think he's left now, so I don't mind stitching him up. But I think he paid 44, and his nan paid the other 44.
Oh, bless him, man.
Yeah, I love him. But yeah, it's a good crack. As you can imagine, boys stitching each other up with a number 3.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we always do our pre-game, so we have a good laugh with the dice before the manager comes in and does the team talk or whatever, and that's our little thing, innit? And then you obviously have little battles at the end of like someone picks Kane, he remembers for next time. And it goes on like that, and do you know what I mean?
Hey everyone, it's Ollie Olds here with a quick word from our incredible sponsor, Pitch Roofer. You know, your home is your castle, and nothing protects that castle better than a solid, reliable roof. That's where Pitch Roofer comes in. They're not just building roofs, they're building trust, community, and peace of mind. Pitch Roofer has been serving our local community for years, and what really sets them apart is their commitment to giving back, from supporting local sport teams to donating to charities. They're making a real difference beyond roofing. Together, we are stronger. Now, if your roof is looking a little worse for wear, or you are thinking it might be time for a full replacement, Pitch Roofer has got you covered with top quality solutions tailored to protect your home and boost that curb appeal. Why should you choose Pitch Roofer? Let me break it down for you. Experienced professionals. These guys know this stuff with years of expertise in residential roofing. Affordable rates, competitive pricing with no hidden costs, high quality materials, durable weather resistant products that stand the test of time. Free inspections. Get the condition of your roof checked at no cost. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. They're not happy until you are. So whether it's a repair, a replacement, or you just want a peace of mind your roof is in good conditions, give Pitch Roofer a call on 01656 470016, a text message to 07540 443345, or email gerald@pitchroofer.co.uk. Pitch Roofer, building more than roofs, building a stronger community. Now, back to the show.
Do you think rugby boys are just as mad as footballers, or do you think they're on par or not?
Depends what you mean by mad, really. They're special human beings, and they off the pitch, like.
Yeah, I think.
But I think the social in rugby is also great, innit?
Yeah.
I've been in a lot of my mates are rugby background. I've been in rugby clubs and that, and they do it right, and it's always a social event after the. Well, you know, with the AF is one of the best around, innit, in the clubhouse. Do you know what I mean? It's quite nice actually to go down from our club now and again when I have a free weekend, and I'll watch a rugby, and I'll go back in. But it is bonkers, isn't it?
Oh, it is, mate. I think
like rugby boys are different to football.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it, Kane. I think
You're a bit mad, aren't you?
we're on the spectrum. I think
we wouldn't keep up with you, lot, I don't think.
We just it's no mercy. Like, it's weird, and I guess a bit gay as well.
I do.
It is a no boundary.
Yeah.
It's nothing. You find it as a challenge, I think, don't you? That boundary is a challenge for
we had, boys. When I was at Swinton, we had a dice roll, and everything was related to naked. you be in team meeting and you roll a dice, you got to get naked. So you got women physios there, you got everyone there, you're just sitting there while they're going through the video analysis, you bollock naked. And the other one was like rowing naked, burpees naked. One of them was sing a song, like, so you just, in the meeting do a song. One was a fine, and so one of them was like do a rowing, like 500 meter row naked. So everything was related to being. It's like, what's up with this?
Why, like?
Why? But yeah, it's and I know there's some really bad ones out there. I think the Ravens, Bridgend Ravens, they have like a terrible initiation.
Yeah,
do you have initiation in football?
Sing.
Yeah, sing a song. Yeah, it's quite basic. Yeah.
I know what yours is. What's your go-to? Sing a song. Sing along.
Dream Catch Me, Newton Faulkner.
So that's your.
That's mine. Yeah,
yeah.
I got two.
I know it's
Mario,
one.
Let Me Love You.
That's his karaoke as well.
Can't Jerry Silver.
Yeah. I whenever anyone says Wonderwall to me, mate,
that's cop
boring.
out, innit?
just like
cop out.
bang my head on the table. I'm done with that song, But it seems like there's a good vibe there anyway.
Yeah.
So when's the fixtures and all that out for you guys?
The Europe fixtures are up next Tuesday.
Nice.
And I would assume the fixtures for the league are the end of June.
End of June.
I would have thought.
When season start back up?
August the 10th.
So we get League Cup games end of July, and then the first Welsh Prem games first week of August, I think, or second week of August, one of them, innit?
Yeah, either second or third week.
Obviously, the draw for Europe is next Tuesday, so that's a big one because we find out where we're going. So that'll be nice to see where we are. Do you mean it's a lot of different countries in the draw? So
anyone you're hoping to land on?
I wouldn't mind an Ireland.
Yeah.
Just for the fan base.
Yeah.
They've got a good following out there, so that'd be nice.
And it's obviously closer for our fans to travel over as well. I think we'll have good numbers because obviously they're a big following, and we can get more of our fans will probably travel to Ireland. It's a little bit easier and closer. But I think somewhere hot I'd like. Andorra was good.
Nice.
Malta. Somewhere different. Gibraltar. Do you know what I mean?
That'd be good.
Yeah, a few have mentioned Kazakhstan. Do you know what I mean?
Who's that?
Not for me.
Not for me.
But yeah, something different. Somewhere where you wouldn't go. Do you know what I mean? Go out and experience and get amongst it, I think.
Have you recruited much for this season coming?
4, I think, at the moment, is it?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4, I think we've signed at the moment.
Okay.
There's a couple of left as well.
Couple are left. Is that a healthy thing, you think, just having some change in the team, or?
Well, every player's, like we said about age earlier, didn't we? Do you mean every player's in a different position in their lives, and sometimes you get to that age, obviously when families get involved and that, the commitment does become a lot, so sometimes people move on for that sake, and we've had a couple of that, and we, like, who physically could continue to play and definitely stay at the level. It's just commitment, I think, they either drop down or have to pack it in, do you know what I mean? So you'll always get to the end of the season and people will go their own way, whether they find different clubs or call it a day, do you know what I mean? So there is a lot, we do have a lot of change each year, don't we?
We do,
How many local boys have you got now there?
Just me at the moment, but we have just signed Ash Baker.
Nice, mate.
So that's and young Johan Phillips is local as well.
Nice.
He's doing very well. He is young boys. He's 17.
Wow.
Played a lot last year. Few clubs been looking at him wherever from last year. He's a good talent, doing really well for his age, isn't he? And obviously Ash Baker's come back home now.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine from back in the day.
Same age?
Year below me.
Is he?
Yeah. He's always been professional, Ash. So he's chased it, to be fair, committed to it a lot through his life.
Hell of a career though. Like, as in, he went to Prem, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not sure if it was Prem. He was Sheffield Wednesday, wasn't he?
Newport.
Because he had again, you talk about the cutthroat thing, as in, because one minute he was starting for Sheffield, wasn't he? And then just...
I think he's been stitched up along the way, haven't he? I don't know the ins and outs, but he ain't been looked after as much as he should have, like. But yeah, he's coming home to enjoy his football and that now, so it'd be nice to have another local boy.
That's good. That's good. It's good to hear. He's a good player, isn't he?
Yeah, good player. Good guy as well.
And that just shows your intentions for what you guys want this season, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just keep building again and adding more professional players and players who have been about is just boosting us as a team and obviously as a club, do you mean? And it says a lot, really, as from where our club's gone, attracting these players. Like a couple of years ago, we had Sean McDonald come and played for us, which was massive to see where he's come from.
Mark Little as well.
Mark Little as well, who's been in the leagues, English league. So to attract them players like little old Bryntirion, do you mean? And now got them players coming to play for him as Penybont is. And like straight from me off when Kane came and signed, like that's
a big signing.
Yeah,
from
massive,
Cardiff.
Massive of a time. But yeah, so it's nice to experience, especially for myself, to play with them players and obviously have them on board. Do you know what I mean?
I totally agree with you, and it shows the trajectory of where the club wants to get to, and the intention. I always think, right, you have your star players, but then you have a couple of dark horses in your team that they do all the unsung work, like unseen work, sorry. And who are those type of players in your team that just get shit done? They don't want praise, they just get through it. Bill?
He does the dog work,
yeah.
Likes an header.
I think we got a lot, mind, to dig in at Unsung Heroes, and you could call them. Like, for example, now you have these team of the year things and all whatever, and like Clayton Green this year has been outstanding, and he's known as a good player and a dog. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but consistently, you got to go to this man as well since we started. I mean, he's always consistently there. But you could go right through the team. There's a lot of good players amongst the squad now.
What is the average squad now signing, like numbers wise, as a whole, as a collective? How many are in a team now?
It's quite short. It's quite low a minute.
Is it?
We got about 17, have we?
Yeah, 17, 18, I think, at the moment. But obviously it is still June, so you're not sure if more people can come in or whatever yet. But it depends on different squad budgets and whatever, really, innit? And what positions now you need and cover. I think each year, last year we had a bigger squad, I think, didn't we?
Yeah,
we were about 20 to 24, I think, last year. But we had a lot of youngsters that were involved as well, which is good. But yeah, we're about 17, 18 at the moment, but it's still early on.
That's good. It's because how the season works, is it any midweek games or is it all just one game a week?
It's now and again. We have a Tuesday night there. A lot of games are on a Friday.
Yeah.
If it's within a certain duration of travel.
Yeah.
I think. Do you know what the duration is? I think it's about an hour and a half you can travel.
Okay.
In a midweek
game. For a night game.
So Friday night you play.
So we'll have, say, Harvey West, we'll travel down to there. Llanelli will be a midweeker. Britton Ferry, Barry, Cardiff Met. So big chunk of the league.
It depends on the TV as well, innit? So you'll have the odd Friday night game, Ascoria will show.
Nice.
We've had a couple of Sundays this year, haven't we?
Yeah, Sundays, yeah.
But I think the league are realising, obviously, the numbers on Friday night games are, like, most clubs, I know Britton Ferry, Cardiff Met, ourselves, like, you'll get over 1,000 there.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it is trying to go to a Friday night league a little bit. So we haven't had as much Saturday games as we normally do. It is spread around the weekend, so each week is different. And then obviously you'll have the odd cup games that will come through the week. But yeah, mostly it's weekend and then with the odd weeknight chucked in.
You like the midweek, like the Friday night game?
It feels like a game.
Yeah?
With the floodlights on, it just feels like a fixture, you know.
Yeah.
Saturday, you might not have a bigger crowd. It's light. It's like, do you know what I mean? Obviously, still a fixture, but the Friday night, bigger crowd, it just feels different.
With your Saturdays as well, you obviously got Cardiff, Swansea playing at the same time, and so
very
true. A lot of people will go down there, obviously with rugby and Narrows on as well, local. So I think that takes. We do have a solid fan base, to be fair. It's the same old
of them have
face.
stopped, didn't they? They've stopped going to watch Cardiff, Swansea.
Really? Oh, the way Cardiff were this year, though, I'm not surprised, mate. How are you feeling about that as a fan?
Heartbreaking it was.
Yeah. What's going on with them?
I don't know. Got to come from the owner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Must be.
They didn't they change the manager this year or the season before? Did they?
They sacked their manager, I think, just before Christmas.
Yeah.
Or earlier on. And then I think the assistant manager took over for a bit. And then Aaron Ramsey took over until the end of the season.
Ramsey taking over.
He's gone out to Mexico now, isn't he?
What's he doing out there?
Playing.
Is he?
Oh, is he?
He's
last payday, isn't
he's not short for football, boys. He don't need to be doing this, surely.
He's clinging on, isn't he? He's keeping going. Fair play to him.
He'll like play one game out of the blue, and then he gets injured again, and then he'll have another run, and 6 weeks out, and then.
It's like you said, when you get older, man, you can't stay away from niggles. I mean, it is hard. I never done recovery-wise when I was younger, but all for it now. You need it, I mean.
Yeah, it's good. You got to, man. It's
got to.
I appreciated it growing up, you know.
I did as well.
You get a couple of nasty knocks, you know. I need a... That's why I'm sea dipping every Friday.
Don't blame me, mate.
When are you going to come down to that?
I'll have to come. Yeah, I'll have to show my face. I am getting into the recovery side of things.
He's got a 6-pack now. You can't.
They see every Friday. He gets, or whatever day it is, he gets a little transformation from his time. He's absolutely peeled in it.
I'll have to show my face. Definitely. Yeah, I'll come for a look.
Got to wear budgie smugglers, mate. That's compulsory.
Yeah,
Does
there
Bryntirion wear budgies? You have your own.
Only Rugby Boys do that.
Yeah, that's a rugby fit. You'd have to give me an half pair, like I'll check them on.
I'll sort it out. I thought Penybont would have some nice ones by now.
Bucket hat. We got
Bucket
bucket hat.
Yeah, sort out the bucket hat.
Have we got a scarf as well?
Yes. When you rocking the flag around town, when you
Yeah, Europe night. Yeah, not one of my greatest achievements, but yeah, we had it was a good celebration that night. It was a long season working towards that, and yeah, I think I spent most of the night in the Penybont flag around Bridgend town.
Really? That's good though, man. It just shows you care.
Very proud. It was good, mate. It was a good night.
Do you feel any pressure being a local boy? Do you feel like you said just only you really left from the older players. Do you feel any external pressure?
It does hit hard, yeah. Especially when we, I do feel a little bit more each game. Do you know what I mean? Especially when we fail or we lose or whatever, if something goes wrong, it does feel like you let in. Obviously, I know the people on a personal basis that obviously do a lot of work for the club and follow our club. My family's very big in the club as well, so if I make a mistake, to look them in the face when I go home as well.
But it's for a month.
But it's a little bust up with my father and my brother after a performance, but it's all part of the game, innit? I mean, you're not going to be brilliant every week. But yeah, it's the same as anyone. I think everyone cares about, and we do have a good group, so I think we all feel it. But then, as much as you feel it on a negative side, it's even better than when you get the positive moments in it. So
100%, man.
The Friday night lights when you beat TNS in front of your home crowd, and do you know what I mean, qualifying for Europe, but it all makes up for it. And do you know what I mean,
100%, it's
definitely worth it.
Do you feel pressure?
I used to.
Yeah.
I still get nervous before a game, but lasts about 5 minutes.
Really, and as soon as the kickoff hits, you're all right then, is it?
Then, yeah.
What about when you get into these like semi-finals or cups or things like this? Is it anything that really?
Welsh Cup final 2 years ago, I was very nervous that day. Because it was Cardiff City Stadium against TNS. We had, how many do you have? 2,500?
2,500 there from Bridgend, like.
That's class, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a big day. I was nervous then. But
I think nervousness, like I used to be really bad tonight. Terrible before a game.
Sick before a game.
Yeah,
really?
Sick most games. I was sick or whatever. And I think that's ease now. Do you know what I mean? You get used to it, sort of thing. But no matter if it's a semi-final or a final, no matter what we're playing in Europe, I think it's normal. You're going to get sort of nerves. Like with you in the Millennium Stadium the other week. You've played in stadiums double the size of that or whatever, and your background.
I don't know. Millennium's pretty big, mate.
Yeah,
it's the biggest one.
Yeah, but
I know what you're saying.
In them moments, do you know what I mean? High level, and even then, do you know what I mean? It'll be probably just as special to play for your home club in a Millennium Stadium. You're bound to get nervous, and
100%. Oh, mate, playing for Bridgend, even though it's amateur, it's your local team, innit? And it just means so much more. I remember after the game we lost. I don't know how we lost, but we lost. And I remember just crying after the game, and I was like, I didn't know I cared that much about this. I've played higher levels, and I didn't. After the game, you lose, you'd be like, I lost. It's not the best, but you lick your wounds and get on. But playing for them just hit me, and it just shows you care, right?
Yeah, and I think when you're around your mates as well, and I mean, you're losing with your mates, it's tougher then again, isn't it? What
is your biggest win? I said not scores. I mean, like your greatest achievement from football.
At Penybont?
Anyway. Like your proudest moment?
Representing Wales C, so it's the semi-pro Wales. That was big for me, putting the Wales jersey on, because I never done it at Cardiff. And representing the team I support, I suppose. And obviously getting Europe with Penybont.
They're big, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's massive, man. It's because Talbot's not far away anyway, is it?
No,
so like
10-15 minutes.
Family come?
To Penybont?
Yeah.
Now and again.
Yeah.
I've never liked my old man coming to watch.
Really?
No, never have.
Why, just the...
I just don't know. I just never have since a kid.
Really? I used to... My old man, when I used to play rugby, I'd look at him when I was younger, and if he'd give me the thumbs up, I'm like, I'm sweet, you know. But if I was playing shit, he'd just be like... you know?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
They're over there.
Yeah.
I'd rather them not be there, you know?
See, I've always been fortunate that my dad's always been involved, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not so much it wasn't so much of a start in Penybont, do you know what I mean? But I was lucky enough to have him as a coach for a couple of years when we were younger, whatever. And he's always been my greatest supporter, to be fair. But he was hard on me, and I needed that, do you know what I mean? Any performance that wasn't good enough, he put me out of the squad, and that's what you needed, do you know what I mean, to go, and probably that's what's helped my work right now over the years, and get into where I am today. And like, lucky enough now, like, we've gone through as Penybont now, and he's now a kit man. Do you know what I mean, after a couple of years? So
that's class.
It's nice. Like, he was going to be there supporting anyway. So for him to be involved through that, and he's got a great relationship with the boys, and he's a top man. So
yeah, nice.
I'm very lucky to have that.
What's his nickname?
Boxer.
Scrapper, see?
He was back in the day, I think.
Totally
different to me. Totally, Mammy's boy, me. Yeah.
Nice, mate, nice. It's funny though, right? Like, it's nothing worse, man, than growing up and you see parents pushing the kids and they're deluded of how good they are. Their parents think they're the best thing ever, and you're like...
I used to have a soccer school, and I stopped because of the parents.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They're carnage these days. The parents will throw money these days massively. Do you know what I mean? And
it's for your boy to be a pro.
Yeah, and I get that. And there's different ways to support your kids, do you know what I mean, in the football and whatever, and taking them there. And obviously, these extra coaching, you've got loads of things now. Like John Brown, who I work with, is one of the best around. And what he gives back to the kids, his knowledge and the level of his sessions is amazing. And we never had that as kids. I mean, you've got academies and you've got one-to-ones and that everywhere. But I think a lot of people obviously believe that they all want their kid to be Ronaldo, and it doesn't always work like that, does it? Do you know what I mean?
Not at all. I had a client the other day, the kid was 11, and his mother called me inquiring about my service, and they said, he puts so much pressure on himself. He's captain for his team, but then if they don't win, he won't speak. You know, he has his expectations. I'm like, this kid's 11.
Yeah.
Like, he should just be enjoying the game. Like,
100%.
You can't have any pressure on this kid to be playing for Wales or Ospreys or Scott. Like, just let him have fun. Like, there should be, like, if he plays bad, okay. If he plays well done. Like, you know what I mean? Just,
yeah, definitely.
I think the parents put so much pressure on kids that you're nervous and you're anxious, and that's where bad performance comes from. And you're worrying all the time.
And I was different. Like, Kane's experience, obviously, he always went into the pro game, where I was always just the district teams and local team, wherever, and I went through our way. But I always enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And do you mean, I think that's why I'm probably still playing now, and I still chased it to the level I did, because it was pure enjoyment. I worked hard, and I obviously wanted to everyone wants to get to as high as they can, don't they? But I played with players who would double my ability. Do you mean, much better than me as kids, and they just put too much pressure on themselves. They thought they were going to make it, parents thought they were going to make it, and then they put the extra pressure on them. They don't play now, do you know what I mean? Or I don't even think they make youth football, half of them.
It's mad, isn't it, that? It's like the best players I've ever played with don't even play anymore.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Like, you could probably think of a player right now in your head that's not playing, but if he did conduct himself correctly, he'd be, you know what I mean?
100%. And it's a lot more to it. People make the odd, I've had the odd comment out in Bridgend town or out in social, how the hell are you playing Welsh Prem? You're shit or whatever.
So they say.
Well, you have the odd comment through the years or whatever. Or
you are winding him up though, anyway. It's not just walking, but he's taking the piss out of first.
And you do, and do you know what I mean? It's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
Do you mean it's the hard work behind the scenes, and it's taking the knockdowns and the setbacks and keep going forward, do you know what I mean? And you've got to be, and a commitment, like we said about earlier. Like, when you're younger or whatever, it's a Friday night parties you miss or whatever, or going away with the boys, holidays because you've got training, and it's just keeping focused, I mean, on gaining the goals, I guess.
You're so true that, though. Like, I find, and that's one thing I wanted to say to you, Bill, obviously being a local boy, is you have this unnecessary pressure, external pressure of, am I good enough? What do people think? From, like, just naysayers, you know, don't even watch the football too much. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, the fuck's he playing? You know what I mean? And it's, sometimes playing for your hometown is harder than playing if you just went to TNS. Oh, you wouldn't have anyone saying anything. You know what I mean? It's just because you're on your doorstep.
You'd expect it.
Yeah.
But half of them won't even know the TNS players, and they'll say a name like, "Oh, he's unbelievable." Never seen him play. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever. Yeah. And like, obviously we know from playing against the players or whatever. But you get it all the time. And like, I've also had the comments of if people watch now and be like, "Oh, you're good now, mate," or they want to be your friends or whatever now. Do you know what I mean? And but it helps. Like, I've been fortunate. I kept going and I worked hard. But then you're playing with people like Kane Owen, like I said earlier, Sean McDonald, like Chris Venables, who was massive at Welsh Premier League. I'm training with them boys every week. Do you know what I mean? The manager's done massive things for me. Do you know what I mean? He is one of the reasons why I'm where I am today, believing in me, teaching me stuff. Do you know what I mean? And when you're training with them players every day, do you know what I mean? Every other day, say Tuesday and Thursday, you're learning off them. Do you know what I mean? And then it does help.
It's massive, that is. Yeah. Do you think, Kane, like, who's been someone that's taught you a lot, who, like, you know, there's football, and then there's been smart footballer, then there's been like, you know, a tactical footballer. Was anyone you ever watch and you go, I'm going to take that away from him, I'm going to take that from him?
No, not really.
No?
No, I think coming from a football family background, I think I've just had a ball by my feet since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Kicking a ball against the wall.
You're a gifted fucker as well, aren't you?
Really?
Wonderful left foot, mate.
Yeah. Something nice about a left foot, though, isn't it? It's like...
Different.
Yeah, it's
absolute one.
It strokes so nice.
Yeah.
You know, just watching a left foot to kick the ball. It's actually pretty. You know, some people with the right foot, they're just like...
Well, yeah, me and him. I still do it now. I watch him do some things in training, mate, and I'll have a little sneaky try. Oh, my God. Make a right hash of it, don't we?
You just look at like left foot kickers in rugby. I used to watch them all the time. Just their stroke, their movement. It was all elegant.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a flow. And then there'll be me.
How many left footers though, is it, in rugby?
I remember growing up watching Johnny Wilkinson. That
yeah.
was my man.
Yeah.
Like,
You'll remember him, won't you? He's only two, isn't it?
It's like probably golf, innit? You see someone who hits left-handed in golf and they just got that nice swing.
Yeah.
Also, it's a gift, and it's a talent, definitely.
What's up, guys? This podcast is brought to you by UTest. UTest provides clinically accurate rapid home testing kits for a variety of medical conditions and deficiencies. Designed for convenience, these tests deliver results in just 5 minutes, eliminating the need to wait days or weeks for lab results. The range includes tests for prostate PSA levels, bowel cancer screening, onset menopause to fertility, and more. All tests are available with the next day delivery at www.utest.co.uk. Use the code 0010 for 10% off your order. Now, let's go back to the episode.
What would you say to someone now who wants to take football serious? What advice would you give to them?
Enjoy it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm-
Be happy.
Yeah. I'm lucky enough, like I said earlier, about working with John, and now I'm doing the odd one-to-ones and coaching with the kids, and I would definitely say enjoyment. Enjoyment's the first bit.
Yeah.
And just keep working hard.
Work hard.
Yeah, work hard, and like just be good at what you're good at, I think, and just do what you're good at to the best you can.
Yeah.
Don't try and be anyone else, because, do you know what I mean, I'll never do what Kane Owen can do, and Kane Owen might not be able to do what I can do at the head of the ball. But just stay in your own lane. Do you know what I mean? Work hard and be good at what you're good at, and stick at it, I suppose.
What would you say your top 3 attributes are, both of you? You get a bit of confidence, yeah. I'm getting excited now, waiting for these ones.
Trying to think.
My left foot.
Yeah.
My work rate.
Yeah.
And my leadership.
Leadership, nice. Is this the first club you've been, but you're a captain as well?
No, I was captain going through the age groups of Cardiff.
Nice.
Not every year, but I was at some point. Under 18s, I think I was captain.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Bill?
I'd definitely say head in the ball. I was obviously, as a centre half, that's one of my attributes. I'd say hard work. I do put in the hard work or whatever, outside of the extra gym sessions or whatever, and work hard on what I need to. And commitment, probably. Commitment's probably one of my strong points.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it's very committed to Penybont, not only Penybont, but obviously to the game, do you know what I mean?
Because he's scared of the manager.
Does he intimidate you?
No.
Case goes out.
Not so ever, not at all.
What happened when you got sent off?
I deserved that.
When did you get sent
Explain
off?
the story.
So I got sent off. It was the second time in about 3 weeks.
Against the same team, but
Same team. No, I don't really like them, but yes, second sending off, thinking a month or whatever. So I've walked into the change room. I've obviously tried to gather my own thoughts in the change room, and I think it was a couple of words in it. Boys coming in, I was sitting there head in hands, and I think it was, Bill, get the fuck out of this change room now.
Really?
Up and gone. I couldn't get in the away change room quick enough, but it's deserved. Do you know what I mean? It is deserved. It was a...
Is that the whole story?
Yeah, so
Do you want me to explain
Yeah,
the
Kane, go on,
Yeah,
mate. You
do-
tell us.
do your
buddy.
version.
He's come into the club after the game. He's come to where we're sitting.
Are you making shit up now for the fans, or?
No, this is the truth.
Go on then. Go on then.
And the goalkeeper coach has come over and he goes, Griff wants a pasta. He got up off his seat, gone to get a pasta, and then you are, boss.
Oh, you're full of shit.
Is that not true?
I did grovel after the
There we
game.
are.
Yeah, I
There
did
you
grovel.
go,
But you've
mate.
got to know, do you mean?
Sometimes,
we all have
yeah,
red
yeah.
cards or whatever, and That was a bad one. I let the boys down that night. Yeah.
What did you do?
Rash.
What was the red card? Just 2 for?
I've gone in for a big hit for the first yellow, and then second yellow off a ball. I think it was way off. The ball was in my keeper's hands. Just a bad decision. Do you know what I mean? It was a bad one. Before half time, red card, and left the boys 10 men for the rest of the game. So it was deserved.
Did you draw that game?
Yeah, great performance. To be fair, from the boys, dug in. No,
Nice.
let me off the hook.
Yeah.
I think Bala won that on a Saturday, didn't they? So they took points off Half the West, so I was a lucky boy. It was all forgotten by Sunday, but the boys dug me out.
It's nothing worse, is it, than being either sent off and you're just watching your team suffer.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Oh, it was the worst. Tucked in the corner, hood up.
It's excruciating, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? Like, why did I do that? Because you decompress, the emotions are gone. You're like, fuck.
And obviously we all make decisions during the game, don't we, off the cuff, and I don't know how many times, nights or whatever, I thought, why the hell did I make that decision? But we do in the game, don't we, sometimes, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's tiredness or lack of concentration, but I hadn't had a red for a couple of years until then.
Yeah.
And I was bragging about it a couple of weeks before, but I had many yellows, as we all do, but I had 2 then in short moment of time. But
Do you get fined then for yellows or anything like that? Did the club do any, like, roll dices or anything for that?
so we have, like, part of the dice, we have club fine and squad fines.
Oh, right.
So, like,
No
if
yellows or anything.
the club cover them for us, to be
Nice.
fair, but we do have, if it's chatting back or to the ref or whatever, we will
Yeah.
be
I think
given
it just
the fine.
comes down to discipline
Yeah.
as a club as well. They want
That's
to have
big.
discipline on and off the pitch, and that's one of them.
And if we have too many, the club can get fined a lot of money. So
Really?
I think,
We have been in the past, haven't we?
yeah, we've had a few that have, but if it's a sporting foul or whatever, then they're all for it. But the decision, the boys are told that if it's verbal back to the ref or a shit yellow card, you will pay for it. Like,
One thing I noticed in football, man, is like everyone screams at the ref. How the fuck do you get away with that? How is that normal?
Depends who you are. It depends who you are.
I've seen them like getting up in their face screaming at them like,
Yeah, depends who you are. Not everyone gets away with it. And I think the Welsh Prem is you all kind of know each other, and the refs will know you as well. So if you're known for it, they will card you and pick up for it. But you got to watch what you say on air, really. But we've had some bad performances from them over the years, haven't we?
Yeah.
Who's
I
your
do
angry
think
man?
the discipline in rugby is better than football.
Oh, 100%.
And I think it comes from the refs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think rugby boys respect referees more than football boys do.
Do you call him sir as well?
No.
No.
We call him sir.
I did-
Souls off.
I did. That was one thing I took from my rugby days was
Sir.
the sir, but it don't work on the football refs. They look you stupid, like you're trying to look ass. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
But yeah, they're different. I think the referees in rugby control the game a little bit more. Like you said, the respect's better.
Yeah.
They're more arrogant in football, and they like
All for
we
themselves.
like we owe them something, and
Yeah.
they're in charge. Do you know what I mean?
I always think a ref is like someone who got bullied growing up.
Couldn't kick a
I
football.
couldn't think of it.
Oh,
So they
yeah.
got a bit of authority now.
Power
Like,
trip.
yeah, you all bullied me at one stage. Now I'm going to
There's a lot of them. Oh, definitely.
power trips.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question before we kind of wrap this up. But what's been your biggest sacrifice in order to pursue football?
Good question.
Sacrifice. Probably say personal time. Probably.
Yeah.
You give up a lot of time where you don't realise. Do you know what I mean? At first, just like lads' holidays or whatever. Sometimes with the weekends, like stag do's or whatever. That my mates will sometimes be in my year or give me a lot of shit of not being able to commit to. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll have a Friday night game or a Saturday game. You have the odd wedding and just social event or whatever that you'll have to miss because you're in football, do you mean? Or you're away and you're travelling back from Bala at 9 o'clock and the boys have gone out or the family have gone out for a meal or obviously now, family man now having a little one, do you mean? It becomes harder then because you don't want to miss their moments. But like I said, the manager is good in terms of big events or whatever. We wouldn't miss weddings and certain things. But apart from for sacrifice, I'd probably just say time more than anything.
Yeah.
Same, to be honest.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I'd say the same.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like missing booking holidays and not being able to go.
Look at your missus then.
Check your shoulder.
No, it is time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially with a
definitely.
day job, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And the thing is, you got to do your extras as well, do you know what I mean? So some days you're in the gym in the morning, you go to your work, and then you train in the night, do you know what I mean? And you get home at 9, 10 o'clock at night. Do you know what I mean? And you've been out 6 o'clock in the morning. And then where's your little one and your partner and I involved in that, do you know what I mean? And so it is tough, but it's what we love doing, innit, I suppose.
It's like a crazy enjoyment, sports.
I think it don't last forever.
Nah.
Like this though, innit? Like from Monday to Monday, it's like this. You don't like the roller coaster of sports and a game from 90 minutes, from start to 90 minutes. You could 1 minute be screaming at each other, to hugging each other, to telling each other you love each other, to want to punch each other.
Oh yeah,
and that's half time.
We've gone through all them emotions, haven't we?
Yeah.
People don't understand that, I don't think, until you're in it. You're in it, and you're like, I've probably been the most I've ever been stressed on the field than I have in anything else.
100%.
Oh,
I've never been
massively.
as happy
Yeah,
when you win. Do you know what I mean?
definitely. It's
Make or break your weekend.
Oh, 100%. That's the risk with a Friday night game.
I should speak to your partner. Maybe she'll give me a different answer. What's it like after a win or a loss? Guys, go on.
Yeah, it's just going back on that. It's the worst sport in the world when you're losing, but it's the best when you're winning, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I never would have made the memories and friends and contacts I would have without sport, let alone football. Yeah. So I think it's all worth it with the achievements and memories and stuff. It's second to none, like.
It is. Boys, have I missed anything about Penybont? Is there anything we want to hash out about the season, up and coming? How can they get to, early access to memberships or anything like that?
It's all online, I think. So the social media, like you mentioned earlier, is very good at the moment. We've got some good guys running it, so it's up to date every day. Next Tuesday is the draw for Europe, so stay peeled for that. That'll be the start of our season, really, when we find out where we're going. Tickets now will come online then.
It's a Leckwith.
It's a Leckwith in Cardiff.
Oh, yeah.
Leg is.
That's what they're doing the draw?
Yeah. No, sorry.
That's where the home leg is.
Oh,
The
okay.
games. So the
why,
games.
Why there?
Because you need certain amount of seats,
Right.
etc., to have a European game. It was at the Brewery Field
Okay.
when we played in Europe last. But the
That's
club,
not open.
What happened?
the club didn't know that you can't stand.
Ah,
So we only had the one side, which was still great.
yeah.
It was still over 1,000 people there.
Oh, it's packed. But
I would have preferred to be there again.
yeah,
Yeah?
100%.
Just 'cause
It's
the atmosphere.
local,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's a Thursday night,
Yeah.
So obviously when you're local and you come from work or wherever and it's down the Brewery Field, it's not so hard, is it? You grab the kids and you go. But when you got to get up to Cardiff or whatever.
Yeah.
But we all wanted it in the brewery, and there has been a bit of politics behind it. But Leckwith's a massive stadium and set up for us. So hopefully everyone can make a trip up there and support us. The two games, they're going to be the 10th or the 17th. And we'll find out of July. Yeah,
That's when the games are.
That's when the games are. We'll find out next Tuesday which
Wow.
one's home, which one's away.
I'm going to come to that, boys.
Yeah, I was going to say, make
Please,
sure you're
yeah.
there. We'll
Give me my bucket hat.
bucket hat and a ticket, and we'll
And a
sort you there.
Yeah, boys. Appreciate it, man. Anything else? Thank you so much for coming on, boys. Kane, I've only just got to know you now, but you seem like a top bloke, man, and very, very calm, collected guy you seem.
Now I am, yeah. It's finished now.
Boys, what are you grateful for? Kane, I'm going to go with you first, mate. This will put you on the spot.
Grateful.
Waking up every day.
Oh, nice, man.
Big
Deep.
at it. That's
Deep.
deep.
I like that,
That's
bro.
deep.
I like that from you.
Yeah.
Sharp, that was.
Nice. Bill?
Yeah, everything really. Family, how life's going on, what I mean. Like you said, waking up every day, innit? But yeah, all going sweet at the moment. Penybont flying, so hope for another good season. Family's all fit and healthy. And it's not much more you want, really, is it?
Love that, boys. Hey, thank you so much for coming on, sharing the love, sharing Penybont, and putting you guys on the map. So, thank you.
Thanks
you.
for having us
Cheers.
all. Top man.